So I have a good story for you here about God stepping in. That's my dad up there. So, there was this hydrant I had to go to quite frequently. I was doing a lot of work at Parliament Hill and whatnot, and so actually that's like a story from Parliament Hill. I was up there, I had a 5-ton with a jug in the back and a pump. So I had it up at the top of Parliament Hill, and I had to attach about 5 hoses to get down to where I was watering. So I had them all lined up going down the hill, going down the pathway. And of course there's tourists everywhere. You're not allowed to get the tourists wet, by the way. It's very frowned upon. So I had it all lined up, and then I did my thing, and then I was looking back at the truck, and I was like, oh, well, why don't I just take the nozzle off? Like, instead of going up, shutting off the pump, and then coming back down, taking the nozzle, like, do all the, I'll just take the nozzle off. Oh, anyway, so, of course, as soon as I took the nozzle off, got the pump running, the truck, and it's actually going downhill, so it's even faster. So it was just pumping. So I was like, I gotta stop this. So everything's getting the walkway where the tourists are getting all soaking wet. So I was trying to step on it, couldn't stop the flow. So I started wrapping myself in it, and I started in the hose, and I started winding around me, try to stop it. By this time, my boots are filled to the top. All those big rubber boots on, they're filled to the top. So I can see some fly guys. I'm like, please, can somebody please shut off my pump? Please. And so I see the guy look, and he's like, obviously looking like, what the hell is that woman doing? A hose wrapped around her. There's water everywhere. She looks like a lunatic. Anyways, he went and he shut my pump off, and I dumped my boots out, and hung my head in shame and rolled up my hose and went back to my truck. But anyways, I'll get back to the original story. So I was at the hydrant, and I was pulling up to it, and there was this other truck, and like just beyond the hydrant, there's one-way street. So he was parked going the wrong way on the one-way street, facing me towards the hydrant, like real close to the hydrant. So I went up to him and I said, hey, buddy, I gotta get on that hydrant. You think you could move? And he's like, well, the boys did it. I said, what boys? The boys that were just here. Oh, yeah, what were they driving? He's like, a pickup truck. I said, yeah, well, let's see the size of my truck there, bud. Just back it up a bit. That's all I'm asking. No problem. And he's like, well, basically telling me how I should be able to do it with him there. I said, well, whatever. You're parked on a one-way street going the wrong way. And no parking zone. And I'm not going to call on you, but I don't know. Maybe you could check yourself. So anyways, eventually he moved, and I went and did my thing, and then I was like 4 days straight. And I was there all the time because I was doing a lot of watering, so I had to fill up a lot. And he'd always be there, always give me a hard time. Just silliness. So I was driving this Hydroseed truck, so it's got a roof that you can walk on so you can put your products in. So it where the plates met the top there were some gaps because it got so much use. And like when you Hydroseed, you fertilize, so it sort of breaks down the seals and stuff. So whenever you first fill up, you get a real like it, sloshing, and the water would kind of go everywhere. Anyway, so I just filled up my truck, turned around, was coming back up the hill, and that guy who's normally parked in the no parking zone was actually parked where he was supposed to be parked. And I was going by, I was coming up the hill, and the truck got a big monsoon rocking inside. Like it shot right out the back like a tidal wave. Like it just whoosh. Guess where it went? Right in that dude's window. This guy, one of the funniest things I've ever seen God do. I couldn't have planned it if I tried. It was just the physics all lined up. It just made this perfect tidal wave. And I went right in his window. I said, there you go, buddy, you're baptized. Go find God.